All right, now we're going to talk about thiazides and how do they work. So they work on the distal convoluted tubule, and I've drawn a big cell right here. We're going to talk first of all about the different pumps that are there. So here you have a sodium. You have a sodium calcium pump. Okay. You also have a um, calcium channel right here. On the other side, you have your good old sodium potassium pump that you know very well. One sodium goes one way, and the calcium comes the other, and the potassium goes the other way. You also have a very special sodium calcium pump that goes the opposite direction. So what thiazide drugs do is that they come and they bind this. So they completely inhibit this channel. Sorry, not the calcium one, but they inhibit this channel right here. This does not work anymore. As for that reason, there's no sodium going into the cell. The cell is starved of sodium. Because it's starved of sodium, the only way it can get more sodium is this way. So it ends up taking in more calcium in, and because of this exchanger, it gets more sodium into itself. So this is why they are called thiazides are called. You can say that they are calcium sparing, or they can cause hypercalcemia. I wouldn't say they cause hypercalcemia, but they are useful for people that have kidney stone problems and so forth. They have they can cause a hypokalemia, just because your body is working so hard to get through this is to get this right here, um, and because of this reason, because you have the sodium stays in the lumen. Water stays in. Water doesn't get reabsorbed. Maybe it's my terminology is confusing. When I stay in, I mean it gets wasted. Water doesn't get reabsorbed, and you have you can get hyponatremia. You can see how you can get hyponatremia because this is blocked. So sodium is not going into the body. So for that reason, sodium gets wasted, and you get hyponatremia. Water stays with sodium, so that's why water doesn't get reabsorbed. You have hypokalemia because your body's pumping in the calcium into the cell, and this is what you have for thiazides.